Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 Intermediate Level ESL lesson. Today we're going to be talking about how to express your opinion and how to agree with another person's opinion. Alright, so what are the most important things to do at a college or university? So you can place these aspects in order of importance. There's no really right or wrong answer to these. Just put which ones you think are the most important down to the least important. And if you'd like to share those in the comments to generate some discussion, that would be great. So we've got things like to become a successful student, you should attend lectures and tutorials, take good notes when at a lecture, read as much as possible, study at least 3 hours a day, hand in all assignments on time, pass all your exams, and maintain a good social life. So just put those in the order that you think are the most to the least important. Now we'll talk about whether you agree with these opinions and then give a reason. So Fong says, in my view, tutorials are the most important aspect of university life. You can ask relevant questions and get immediate answers. Jamar says, I believe that regular assignments are more important than end-of-the-year exams. Assignments are a better way to measure your understanding of a topic. And Veronica says, I think going to lectures is a waste of time. You can listen to a recording or watch a video of a lecture online. There's no need to be there in person. So just kind of, you can, again, start some discussion in the comments as to whether you agree or disagree. Alright, so that at the end of the course of study, you obtain a final grade, and that grade is often made up of coursework and formal exams. So here is a breakdown. In this particular course, 75% of the grade is coursework, and that includes 2 essays, actually 4 essays. The first 2 count 20% or 10% each. The third and fourth essay are 20% each, and then an oral presentation for 15%. And then there are 3 exams. The first 2 short answer tests are worth 5% each, and the end of the year essay writing exam is 15%. So this student says, I really need to get good grades on my assignments because they account for 3/4 of my final grade. So from the same list, choose 4 options and give reasons for your choice. So choose 4 options, 4 of these options that you think would be the most important, and talk about why some are important and why others are not important. And again, you can feel free to put that in the comments so that we can generate some conversation. Right, so do you like to chat and do you post in forums? So here we have Toby, a science fiction fan, who says, I spend a couple of hours a day on forums and usually discuss science fiction and fantasy movies with people. It actually helps me with my cinema studies at college. Melissa, who's an environmental activist, says, I've always logged into World Conservation Forum. It's the only way to get the truth about what's really happening to the environment, though sometimes the discussions are very emotional. And Ludwig the Grammar Geek says, I am studying modern languages, and I often post questions on forums for language lovers. There are always a lot of opinions about correct and incorrect usage of words. Alright, so what do you think? This point of view was posted on the 3rd year Science Students Forum, so you can read the post and answer the questions. You can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. In my view, universities place far too much emphasis on coursework these days. On most courses, some or all of the assessment depends on coursework rather than written examinations. I think written examinations are the only effective way to assess an individual student's ability. So what does the author think? He thinks that there's too much emphasis on coursework, and that there should be more emphasis on written exams. he doesn't think that coursework is as effective as using written exams to assess a student's ability. In his opinion, is coursework the best way to determine a student's ability? No, in his opinion, written examinations are the only effective way. So here are two responses to the original post. You can read them and then answer the questions. Once again, you can pause the video, read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. So Science Scholar 88 says, I'm not sure about that. Using coursework to evaluate students' learning has a lot of advantages, in my opinion. For one thing, it encourages students to study consistently throughout the year, rather than leaving it all to the last minute and cramming for a final exam. And then Dean Anastasia says, I get what you're saying, but I'm afraid I don't agree. Many students suffer from anxiety and fail to produce their best work when they are under pressure. Using coursework to test the skills a student has acquired is a better idea. So do the posters agree or disagree with the original post? Well, they both disagree. They don't think that coursework is... they both think that coursework is more important than exams, which is the opposite of what the original poster said. And what language shows agreement or disagreement? Well, I'm not sure about that, and I'm afraid I don't agree, are some languages showing disagreement. So when you have discussions, you often come across points of view that don't agree with your own. In a discussion, it's important to give and respond to opinions that help you express yourself clearly. Here are some expressions for giving and responding to opinions. So here, I'm not sure about that. I get what you're saying, but I'm afraid I don't agree. I know what you mean, but I don't agree with you. I know exactly what you mean. I'm afraid I have a different opinion about that. So here are two more responses that you can read and then answer the questions. So Leah Suarez 93 says, I know exactly what you mean. Degree courses these days are a lot less challenging than they used to be, and this is largely because they include more coursework. Students no longer need to demonstrate the knowledge they have accumulated by being put under examination conditions. And Helium 111 says, me too. If you ask me, traditional exams are the best way to show how much students have learned. If you rely on coursework, there is a risk that students are simply copying ideas or material from other sources and submitting it as their own work. So both of these posts agree with the original post, and so what words show this? Well, this I know exactly what you mean, and me too. And why do the authors think that exams are better than coursework? Well, exams force students to demonstrate the knowledge they've accumulated under exam conditions, and it prevents students from copying ideas or material from other sources. All right, so we're going to talk about me too and me neither. So here are some different ways of saying I agree when we respond to an opinion. When we respond to a positive sentence, we use me too. So I think everyone should study history at school. Me too. People who don't know history often can't understand current affairs. I'm worried about the final exam. Me too. It's only a week away, and I have so much to study. And when we respond to a negative sentence, we use me neither. I didn't realize that our assignment is due this Friday. Me neither. I'll have to spend the next 2 days working on that. I didn't enjoy that lecture. Me neither. Some of the material was very difficult to understand. So both me too and me neither are for agreement. And sometimes this can be confusing because people think me neither means that you disagree, but really me neither just means that you're agreeing with a negative statement. All right, so you're going to respond to each opinion and use me too or me neither when possible. Again, remember that me too and me neither both mean I agree or I am in the same situation. They do not mean yes or no. So again, these are kind of just your own opinion. There's no right or wrong answer. But here, I think our new professor is bad at time management. Me too. I don't like studying late at night. Would be me neither. In lectures, I prefer to take notes with a pen and paper. That would be me too. I couldn't go to the lecture this morning. That would be me neither. I never sit next to James in class. Me neither. I don't believe what the professor said about climate change in today's lecture. Me neither. And I'm never going to finish my assignment on time. Me neither. All right, so there's some places where you always hear an opinion, whether you want it or not. So here it looks like in the cab or with the Uber driver, they're saying, in my opinion, young people don't have manners today. B, the person is saying, I don't think people should listen to music on public transportation, and people should take better care of the way that they look. All right, we're going to listen to the conversation between Lena and Joshua and then answer the questions.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? I guess that's probably not the right question to ask. After all, you're waiting to see the dentist.
I'm fine, thank you.
Me too. Sorry. I'm a little nervous. I always feel nervous when I'm waiting to see the dentist.
I know what you mean. It can be a little nerve-wracking.
If you ask me, people should take better care of their teeth. Then we wouldn't be so scared about going to the dentist.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, come on. People eat far too much sugar. They don't clean their teeth properly, and they don't go to the dentist regularly.
I know what you mean, but I don't think that's true for everyone. Some people are very careful with their dental hygiene.
I get what you're saying, but I think those people are in the minority. What about you? Do you take care of your teeth properly?
Well, yes, I try to make an effort.
Me too. I know exactly what you mean, and I certainly clean my teeth twice a day. But I only come and see the dentist when I have a toothache.
Well, if you ask me, you should come for a checkup every 6 months.
I'm not sure about that. Is that what you do? Have a checkup every 6 months?
Well,
Mr. Williams, the dentist will see you now.
All right, so where are they? They're in the dentist's office. They're waiting in a waiting room of a clinic to see a dentist. How does Joshua feel? So he says he's fine, but Lena says that he says it can be a little nerve-wracking waiting to see a dentist. Lena gives a couple of opinions. What are they? So she thinks that people should take better care of their teeth and eat less sugar. And does Joshua agree with all of Lena's ideas? No, he doesn't. He believes that some people do take care of their dental hygiene. All right, so we're going to listen again, and we'll underline some mistakes where the text is different from the audio. So you can just follow along.
Good morning.
good morning.
How are you? I guess that's probably not the right question to ask. After all, you're waiting to see the dentist.
I'm fine, thank you.
Me too. Sorry. I'm a little nervous. I always feel nervous when I'm waiting to see the dentist.
I know what you mean. It can be a little nerve-wracking.
If you ask me, people should take better care of their teeth. Then we wouldn't be so scared about going to the dentist.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, come on. People eat far too much sugar. They don't clean their teeth properly, and they don't go to the dentist regularly.
I know what you mean, but I don't think that's true for everyone. Some people are very careful with their dental hygiene.
I get what you're saying, but I think those people are in the minority. What about you? Do you take care of your teeth properly?
Well, yes, I try to make an effort.
Me too. I know exactly what you mean, and I certainly clean my teeth twice a day. But I only come and see the dentist when I have a toothache.
Well, if you ask me, you should come for a checkup every 6 months.
I'm not sure about that. Is that what you do? Have a checkup every 6 months?
Well,
Mr. Williams, the dentist will see you now.
All right, so we just underlined the areas where the text was different from the audio. All right, so now if you'd like to start some discussion on the YouTube channel, you can pick one of these topics and then just talk about it. Give your opinions and then invite the other students or other learners to respond to the opinion using some of these possible responses just for a little bit of practice. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.